Yeah.
Okay, well, it's recording. Okay. So, I don't really know, like, if you want to say anything. We're, like, super excited because we know a lot of you guys are sponsoring, and we think a lot of the times, like, we sponsor, but then it's like, oh, I know how to sponsor, but I don't know what to do after we sponsor. And it's one thing to recruit and recruit and recruit, but if we don't know how to train them, then there's literally no point in us recruiting because they're not going to ever do anything. So we're like really excited, and y'all all know that like Michelle's my girl. So when we were talking about it, I was like, let's just join up because we kind of like feed off of each other. So she'll probably chime in. And so half is going to be done by me, half is going to be done by Michelle. And then this will be posted on both of our YouTube channels. So then you guys can go back forever and ever and kind of see like how to train people. And then on your team pages, you guys can post a training throughout the like year. And so then it's just done and it's easy and it's like accessible for you guys. So first things first, they press the join button. Now what do you do? So the first thing that I always tell the people that join under me is you want to make sure you add them to the team page. So Michelle and I both have a team page. And if you're a star consultant or above, I know Michelle and I both have you guys make a team page for yourselves or for your team personally. So we tell you guys to add them to both, just because if you are a star, they may get a little bit more support on the director's page. Just because there's more people, it's nothing like that. But you want to make sure, for one, if you're a star, you're adding them to your team page because you want to build that culture of people joining in and your team getting very, like, Eli's screaming. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all hear my son yelling in the background. But you want to get in that, like, habit of your team welcoming people. Same on the director's page. They're all going to get chimed in. Sometimes when I add people, I tell them, you guys welcome them. Sometimes I'll say, give them your best tip. Either way, whatever is on the status, that's for everybody to comment on. And that's for you to post and kind of like bring them into the culture and show them how amazing your team is. Because this is the biggest thing. They're joining right off the bat. They're very excited. And so you want to keep that momentum going. I always take a screenshot, and I know Michelle does too, but we save their profile pictures or like a selfie of them, and we add on Word Swag or the Over app. You can add words on the picture and say like Wax Boss, new wax linger, all that kind of stuff, and then that's what I post on the team page with a caption, just so it's like really cute. Also, what I do is I add that in my stories on Instagram and Facebook, because you want your social media to see that you're adding to your team. So, and you want them to see that, hey, like, she's in this business, she's doing amazing, she's joining, having people join her team, I could be that person. So that's what I always do. I always put it in my story, and I always do it on my team page. But Word Swag and Over, those are the two apps that you can write over top of pictures. So those are really good apps. The next thing that you want to do, you're going to get an email from home office, and it's going to say, congratulations, like, let's say Michelle, congratulations, Michelle, such and such joined your team. And Scentsy sends them steps on what to do. Hold on, the baby's crying. We're all just having a mess tonight. But sorry, y'all, mom life. This is like my life. But so they'll send you an email, and they'll send them an email. But I always tell my people, you want to make sure that you as a sponsor are reaching out to them like immediately. So whenever I get one of them, I usually know that they're joining, unless it's someone that's just randomly like joined off of Scentsy.com, which doesn't happen often. So I always send them a text like, heck yeah, girl, like, you joined. I'm adding you to the team page. I am so excited for you. Send them like a nice little welcome text. Like, tell them you're pumped for them. You can't wait to see them rock this. Like, you want to encourage them, because owning your own business, like, people think direct sales is so scary. So make sure you're sending them that encouragement. And that's also why I tell people to do it on your stories and your Facebook, because you're giving them encouragement also. So I also send a welcome email. I send this to my frontline and anybody that joins directly under me, like anybody in my group. But literally the email just says, welcome to Sunshine Scents. You hit join and I'm so excited to help you be amazing at owning your own business. I am Tiffany Green, your director. Here's my contact info. And I give them my cell and my email. And then I say, save this in your phone. So if you need anything, you can get in touch with me. And then I say, first things first, complete your first things first checklist on the home screen of your workstation. Number 2, here are 12 consultant videos. Start with video 3 and go down to 12. These will help you with your launch business. And I copied and pasted the playlist. I'm going to give you guys all of this in a minute. We're going to talk about it. And then I say, number 3, your sponsor will be reaching out to you ASAP. If they don't within 72 hours, text me. And then I say, number 4, make sure you're a part of our team page, Sunshine Scents. This is where I post training daily. Ideas from other consultants are posted and lots of encouragement to cheer you on. Number 5, have fun. This business has changed my life and showed me that work can be fun. I can't wait to see it bless your life the same way it has mine. And then I have this picture, and I just attach, oh goodness, there it is. Brian Royal's text messages came up. Oh, look, it did on yours. Mine didn't post. Hey, how did you do that? Okay, but it's like that. It just is a picture of me and Travis, and it says, welcome to Sunshine Scents. But I do this because I want them to see my face, especially if they don't know you that well. They're not going to know what you look like. So if you can add that picture, and it's the same thing like the way that I do when someone joins. I just did it on the Over app. But I literally just do that because you want to make sure whoever's joining your team, like they know who you are. They know who they're talking to, and that's going to make it more personal.
I think one thing you need to say is that these go to like everybody, not just the people that you sponsor.
Yeah, they literally go to everybody. Michelle has one too. So they literally go to everybody.
For those of you that just joined, that's why you don't have one. Mine's new. We just did this.
we just fixed this up this weekend. But the reason that I didn't we were going to do a picture, but we didn't want to do that because I want to be able to give you guys that link. So anybody that joins, they can literally just click that link, and the playlist to all these new consultant videos will come up. And Michelle and I are making our own new consultant videos, but it's just not something we've gotten to, and these are already here. So I don't want to hold off on anybody's training, and I know she doesn't either.
These are actually Chloe's.
Yeah, Chloe's are SSDs. So then you want to make sure they add you on social media. I always have them add me because for some reason I can never find who I'm talking to. So I literally just screenshot a picture of my profile, and they add me right then and there. But you want to have them on social media, 1, because you want to add them to the team page, and then 2, when they're doing something good, you want to be able to shout them out on social media. You want to put it on your stories. When they're doing something like a promotion, you want to be able to post it on your Facebook and actually give them like a shout out. Let people know that they're doing good. And then as their sponsor, you want to get to know that one-on-one relationship. So it's not just like, hey, like, here's your next goal. Let's do this. Let's do this. You want to be able to know, like, I had someone join the 3rd, and I've never talked to this girl before, and she has a son, and her son's birthday was this past weekend, and I like commented, and I was like, happy birthday. So you want to make sure you're being personal with these people. And Facebook, I mean, everybody knows you post a lot of what you're doing on Facebook, so it's an easy way to get to know them, and it's an easy way because we do promotion gifts. So whenever someone's promoting or someone's like top sponsor, it's an easy way to know what they like, so you can like soul in and direct in and focus in on, I'm going to send them this because I know that they really like this. So it's just an easy way to make your connection more personal. You want to be very intentional and not be so like robotic with it. You just want to be very intentional with how you're communicating with them. So the next thing that I do is I have to add them on social media, but then I send them what to do next. So what I want them to do before we get on the phone and chat is I want them to do their first things first checklist. It's literally all they have to do is log in into their workstation, and it's right there. So it's videos. That's all they have to do is watch them. And then I want them to do the playlist. Hold on. Let me see. I'll show you guys this playlist. How do you screen record, Michelle? Oh, share. Brian, you do a lot of this too.
You share screen, and then there's like where you can share your home screen. Like,
Google? Oh, desktop, duh.
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
can you see?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what it is. This is mine that I do. Y'all don't listen to all my rap that we have like pulled up. Okay, so you're just gonna go here to playlist, and then it's the new consultant thing right here. But you can see these two are like an hour long. So I tell them to skip these two because they're like 45 minutes. So I tell them to start with video 1, and it's just welcome to Anchored Scents. The second video is your first things first checklist and tips. Video 3 is the rewards and how you get your first pay raise. So you guys can see like all this launch party, opening a Scentsy party and online, the subscriptions and host rewards, follow-ups, trainings, compliance, income producing activities, how we get paid, and then social media. So that's the playlist, and you literally, I just go up here and I copy and paste it on top of sending it to them in the email. So then they have that, and they personally have the link from me. The next thing that I do is once it's done, you want to make sure you're getting them on the phone within 72 hours. But I also make sure their sensational or their first things first checklist is done. So you can pull that report and you can make sure that that list on their workstation, everything has been completed. So the way that you do this, hold on, let me share my screen again. Okay, the way that you do this, y'all are going to see my numbers. So, and can we just shout out Brian Royals? She's like 4,000 GWV. Like, director is totally happening this month.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, it's happening. Okay, so you're going to go here to the reporting tab, click View My Performance, and then go right here to Sensational Start. And this training status right here, you can see everybody that's completed and then everybody that hasn't completed their stuff. So it's right there. The reason that I tell people to make sure that is completed is because for them to earn any rewards for Sensational Start, that training has to be completed. If they don't do that training and they don't do those boxes and complete those videos, then they are going to miss out on all that product credit, all the like rewards that Scentsy will give them, the warmers, their certificates, all of that they're going to miss out on. So make sure that that's completed before you train them, because if it's not, then I'm always like, girl, like I saw your training and your workstation's not completed. When you get off the phone, I need you to make sure you complete that training, because that's really important for the next steps that we're going to do. And you don't have to be mean about it. Just tell them like that, because you want to make sure that they're maxing out their rewards. So just remind them to complete it. Obviously, if it's someone that's being a cricket, then they're not going to do it, and that's okay. That's on them. But at least you as your sponsor know, I have tried everything I have. I've told them a couple times. Now it's on them. So they can't say that it's not been said to you. And then you get them on the phone. So when we train, I always train on FaceTime, Zoom. If I have more than one consultant join at the same time, sometimes I'll do a joint Zoom link, or face-to-face. Obviously right now, because of everything going on, you can't do face-to-face, but do FaceTime or Zoom. How I train them. This is like a new consultant training. I know this is on both of our team pages, but I did update it a little bit. So I'll post the updated one, but it just says their name and then their join date. And then I do their why. So you want to make sure their why is emotional, because if it's emotional, you can always refer back to it and make sure that you are connecting with them. And then it will tell you how hard you need to train them. Like someone that just wants to do this to be a kidnapper, I'm not going to stress as much as someone that wants to make this a full-time career. So always do that. Checklist and consultant guide, I always make sure those are done. Facebook kit, and they announce their business on Facebook. I always make sure that they do that. I have them do that within like 30 minutes of joining. The launch party and list of 100. So you can tell I do their launch party and how close they are, like how much they made. So Elizabeth Duggins is on here. She had an amazing launch party, hit 317. My other girl that joined on 5/3 had a $617 launch party. So I always do how much it's making just so I know how close they are to shooting star. 15th day and subscription. That's me telling them about their website. So for all of you that don't know, whenever your website, whatever day you joined, that's what day your website is going to be charged. So Elizabeth, I just keep referring to her because I know her date. She joined on the 1st, so her website is going to be charged on the 1st. But I do tell my recruits when I train them on the subscriptions, I tell them once they get their Scentsy card in to always leave $10 on their Scentsy card and to go into their accounts tab. And then that way they can change their card, their debit card, into their Scentsy card so it never comes out of their personal funds. And then subscriptions like Scent Warmer of the Month. The next thing that I do is tell them how to find training. So YouTube, the workstation, and then our team page. I always talk about the team page a lot too because there's a lot of trainings on there and I want to make sure that they're using the search bar. Maven and then customer service. So it's now the AMI, but I have them download that app just because they're all going to have their launch parties. So they're going to need to follow up these people. And then the thing that I changed on here was shipping and then how to accept payments because a lot of times people don't know you can do cash. They don't know how to do Cash App. They don't know how to do Venmo. They don't know how to do PayPal. So I do tell them that. And then on top of all telling them those 4 ways, I tell them that they need to talk to their spouse about getting a separate bank account for their Scentsy money, just so you're not transferring money in your regular bank account and having things intertwine and not know where things are coming from. And then shipping, I have had a lot of questions. I just noticed this month when I don't know who's texting me. Sorry, all my text messages are like hooked up to my computer. But I have had a lot of shipping questions, so make sure that they know on the website it's $8 shipping. When they put it in a party, it charges 5% shipping off your workstation, and then once the party hits 500, it's free. That's something that a lot of them are asking, so I have added that on there just to like clarify that this is how shipping works. And then the last column I have is 70th day goals and lifetime goals. So Elizabeth Douglas is on here. She joined on the 1st and she told me like straight off the bat, like I want to make something out of this. So Elizabeth has already gotten a recruit. Her recruit is almost active and she's almost at 500 PRTs. So Elizabeth's going for lead this month. So just make sure you know what they want and how they want to come out of this business. Like obviously your first goal is 500. And that was my next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is when you're setting up and you're doing their training, always set their goal as 500, no matter what, no matter if they're just a kidnapper, nothing. Make sure that they're trying to go for that $500 goal and then tell them about the shooting star kit. I don't make it a requirement. I tell them like it's not a requirement. It's only if you want and you have 90 days to purchase it. So make sure you're just giving them all the info when you're training them. But I think that's pretty much it. Michelle, I'm going to make you a host. You want to add anything?
No, I mean, that sounded really good as far as getting everybody started off. I think that it's very important that right from the get-go, you message whoever is joining you, or if you're freshly joining, be looking for that from your sponsor. And just know that, you know, they're here to work with you. We're here to work with you. If we don't directly, Tiffany or I both don't directly sponsor you, then just know that us as a director on the team, you know, we're here for you guys. And I hope that that's kind of evident with our culture on each one of our team pages. Tiffany and I lead kind of the same. We love y'all with all of our hearts, so it just makes us happy whenever you guys succeed in doing all the things. So,
Michelle, you have to record. It stopped my recording because I changed host.
It says recording.
Oh, then it must have recorded on your computer now.
Yeah, mine's flashing and says recording.
Okay, cool.
We're sharing a cloud.
I was like, wait a minute, I don't know what's going on.
Okay, and if you guys have any questions, the chat box is over there. Do ask questions as we're going along. And just, if you want to comment or say anything, or if you have questions about anything, do comment over there, and we'll go back and read those and try to ask some questions. But I'm going to kind of pick up where Tiffany left off as far as your rewards. When you have new teamies, or even for yourself, if you're brand new and you're hopping on here, the first reward, like she said, is shooting stars. So you want to make sure that you are aiming for that. That's $500 in your first 15 days. During the COVID process that we're in now, everybody has 20 days. Scentsy gave us an extra 5 days added on to that. So everybody has 20 days, and that's only for right now. While this, the COVID-19 is going on, they're giving us a little bit of grace. So you can have up to 20 days to earn that. So another good thing about the $500 parties also is that that's where free shipping starts. So if you don't know about the shipping, which we've had a lot of questions about shipping on my team, the shipping for free shipping to like one area to you or to your hostess, the one that's doing it, that's going to be a free shipping to one location. If you're not up to $500 yet, then that is going to be based on the amount that you have as far as the total. I think it's 5% of your total of orders that you have. So the way you can do that is you can actually take it and you can divide it up against everybody that's ordering in that party, the 5%, or you can still give them some little goals to, get them up to 500. That's what I try to do, because that way it's a lot easier for them, and a lot of people like the free shipping. So a lot of people order like that. I'm sorry, y'all. My dog is tearing up my little grab bag here, and let me just pick that up before I have to beat a child on this. Sorry. So shooting stars. So you want to make sure that you're informing your people that, and you're letting them know, this is what we have, the shooting star first reward. One thing that you might not know about the shooting star kit, you as a trainer, if you get them to shooting star, you get a $25 product credit. Back in March when we were doing the special or whatever, where you got the shooting star kit for free, that was up to $50 that they did for us, and then anybody that earned it got the free kit. I know that CG had 2 teamies that actually earned that free kit, so whoop whoop for you. Yes,
yeah.
that was awesome.
Thank you.
They're killing it too, by the way. I'm feeling a promotion for you this month too. But but yes, you as their trainer, you will get a shooting star trainer award. I have one on my wall over here somewhere, I'm sure. Let me pull it off. I stick all my stuff on my wall. So you'll get, it looks new now, but this is what it is. You'll get a shooting star trainer award. You'll also get a charm. If you do charms, or if you do pins, however you do that recognition, you'll get one of those. But on the 10th of next month, so for all of those that hit shooting star last month, if you go into your product credit now, into your portal, I posted this on my team page. I'm not sure if Tiffany did or not, the way to find out how much you have. You go under your account and it'll tell you how much product credit you have. So you can use that towards closing a party. You can use that on the Success Store. So if there's some things that you want for your business, to work your business, you can go on the Success Store and use those product credits in there. So anywhere you go to check out, you're able to use those product credits. So just remember that kind of adds up. So every time you sponsor somebody and they hit shooting star, you're going to get a $25 credit because you were the trainee that helped them to get to there. Once they earn that kit, totally optional. Okay, so one selling point to that kit is if they purchase that kit for $200, it's almost $400 in products. But if they purchase that kit for $200, they also get PRV for that. So they're automatically active if they're not active in that month, and they have 90 days to get that kit. Okay, so it's available for them up to 90 days. Like, you can't order it for them. This is something that they would see on their own workstation, because Scentsy knows that they've earned Shooting Star. So it's something that they're able to plug in and they're able to order for themselves. The ones that did earn the kit for free, you didn't earn PRV for that, if that's a question. You did not earn PRV for that because the kit was free to you. So you didn't have to purchase it, okay? But it is amazing, and that kit is just, it's totally awesome. It has our new diffuser in it and all kinds of stuff in it, so it's really good. The second reward that we like to shoot for new teamies coming on is Sensational Start. Oh, and let me tell you something about Shooting Star. I did ask on the director's page before we started this. I like to have percentages, because these awards are really something that is definitely needed to be celebrated. It is a huge accomplishment. So for Shooting Star, out of our, what do we probably have now? Like 140,000 consultants, maybe worldwide, 140,000 consultants. Only 24 to 29% of consultants earn Shooting Star. So that's huge. So when somebody does that, you just need to be like shouting them out and doing all the things with them, because that's just amazing. But the next one that we're going to go to is a Sensational Start. So Sensational Start is earned in your first 70 days, okay? They are giving us a few extra days because of the COVID, but you want to get it in the mindset it's your first 70 days of joining. You're going to also have a tab on your screen that will let you share, that will let you find out what their Sensational Start date is, and it'll let you know if they've achieved it yet or not, or what their progress is to it. So the first level is 1,500. Hold on, I want to tell you this right now. It's 1,500 MPRV, and that earns, hold on, because I know there's like with, let's see, 2020. Okay, so it is $1,500 in PR. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Did you say something?
No, you're fine.
Okay. It's $1,500 in PRV or $500 in PRV and one active frontline. Okay, so a frontline is somebody that you've sponsored. So if you do that, you're going to get a $50 product credit, a pin, and a certificate of achievement. Okay, if you earn, and the percentage of people that earn level 1 out of the 140,000 is 17.5% of people earn level 1. So y'all, this is really huge if you do this, and we've had quite a few that have done this. Level 2 is $3,000 PRV by you in your first 70 days, or 1,500 PRV for you and one active frontline. Okay, so that active frontline gets up to 200. So if you earn level 2, then you get $125 product credit to use however you want to. You get the level 1 and level 2 pins. You get a certificate of achievement for level 1 and level 2, and then you also get an exclusive warmer. I don't know if y'all have seen it. It's the little star that kind of goes. It's really, really pretty. I'll post a picture of it after this is over. And the amount of people that do that is 5.3%. Worldwide, 5.3% earn Sensational Start level 2. And then the last one is Sensational Start level 3. That is $6,000 PRV or $3,000 PRV by you and 2 active front lines. So if you do that, and I think Morgan, did you get level 3 yet? I think she did. She did.
Yes, I hit it. I hit it today. Yes, ma'am.
Well, yes, that is awesome.
Yep.
So you, along with April, is on our team also. We had 2 hit Sensational Start level 3. They are 0.7 percentile. Out of the 140,000, there's not even 1% of people.
Oh, so I didn't hit.
You should be close to it. If you didn't, you should be right at it, because it's 3,000 PRV and then 2 active frontline. So I mean that's really close. We'll look and see. But anyhow, if you hit
I'm
level
past my.
if you hit level 3, you get $225 in product credit. You get level 1, 2, and 3 pins. You get the certificate for achievement. You get an exclusive warmer. You get a trophy, and you get recognized at the Scentsy family reunion. Normally, they walk across the stage. Isn't that right, Tiffany? They do a walk at one of our last general session on our award session, and you get to walk across the stage in recognition for that, because there is like 0.7% people earn sensational start level 3. So that's just really huge. So in saying this, in rewarding all of our people, one of your biggest tips that we're going to leave you with is you want to build up your team. So I'm a firm believer, and I know Tiffany is too, in recognizing your team, shouting your team out. No, to me, nothing gets like not shouted out. I mean, even the smallest things to me is something that I want to shout you guys out for. Sending you guys a voice text, or updating them how far they are from goal. Now, when you're growing a team, this is really important to keep up with your team. I love spreadsheets. I do an Excel spreadsheet, and coming soon, we're going to have 3 of us, one of the star directors and another director and myself are actually going to be doing a training that Chloe is putting together for all of you guys about how we track our teams and how we keep up with our teams. I do my spreadsheet, and it helps me know honestly where you guys are, how close you are from promoting, what kind of things that you're doing with your team. Are you working with your team? Just looking at my spreadsheet, and you can get this all off of your workstation. It's under your performance on your workstation. But for me, I love color. So I have all the color on my spreadsheet and different colors. Y'all each have different things on there. So it just helps me to keep organized so that I can know, when to shout you out, or when to message, your sponsor and say, oh my gosh, look how close you are, or your team is really rocking it out. This person is doing this person is doing that. I like to do that just because I'm totally into my workstation pretty much all the time. I like to keep up with it. I'm a fanatic on the 41st minute of the hour. If y'all don't know that, every 41st minute of the hour, your numbers update. So if you're looking for something, or you're looking for that $1 to hit or something like that, go back and look on the 41st minute of every hour. So that's when it does update. But I just like to know, and I like to keep up with it, because we are growing. Our team, and I know Tiffany's team is growing too, but our team has really grown to, we have 108 members now. We are totally, totally blessed that we have just it's just unreal. And I can't wait. We're in the $20 join month. So this is I've already have 2 pages printed in my planner of all the new people that signed on this month. So I'm really excited about that. But that's another way that I keep up with it. I have a spreadsheet in my happy planner that I write everybody down. I wake up the next day, I see where our numbers have changed, and I go hunting down in the workstation to find who's added on, because Anna's a director now. So we have 2 directors on our team. So Anna gets the notification from Scentsy whenever somebody joins on her team. And then I get notification from Scentsy when somebody joins on our team, the Scented Shells team. Even though everybody is still up underneath us, she still is a director and I'm a director. So we're kind of cohabitating now on our team pages. So we're learning all the things together. But we're still under our team as far as Scented Shells. Everybody's still on there. And it's like Tiffany said, we want everybody to be on the team. So if you have people that are not, on social media, that's okay. I have 3 consultants now that are on my front line that are not on social media, that I literally text them all the stuff. So I text them when everything drops. Like today, I was sending them a text and telling them about the summer collection, which clearly is going to be good because it's almost gone. If not already gone. That was like hotcakes. But I just like to know that, that's a good way that I keep up with it. We can do the shout outs. Encourage your people. Make sure that you are being a positive outlook for them. Because sometimes this business can get really, really frustrating to some people if they don't think that they're hitting milestones or hitting goals or hitting, the numbers that they think in a certain amount of time. They'll get really frustrated with it and they'll just stop, and so you have to be that light in that person that's being the positive one and saying, not every month is going to be a great month, or, look what you did so far. You're active this month. That's really, really good. Let's try to shoot for another 200 next month, and it's just, you want to make sure that you're being positive. Positive in gives positive out. So if you're doing that, then, your team, and you're growing your team, you're going to have a good culture and a good foundation to start with. So however you want your team to turn out is however you need to lead your team. So if you want to lead with love, if you want to lead with all your heart, if you want to lead with all your compassion, then that's what kind of team you're going to rise up. And I'm a firm believer of that. So whatever you want to get out of your team, and I think the people will work hard knowing that you are there for them. You are their cheerleader, and you're there making sure that their business is booming just as much as everybody else's business is booming. And if it's not, how can I help? That's what I want to know. Tell me, how can I help? What can I do to get you there? So make sure that you are doing the encouraging thing. And then the last thing that we're going to talk about is small goals. Okay. I am a firm believer in small goals in everything in my life. I am a Weight Watchers coach. Sometimes you can't look at me and tell because I've inherited some more chins, but that's a whole nother journey too. But setting small goals. Okay. You don't want to scare somebody off, or you don't want to come up to your team and say, all right, man, we're going to do this. We're going to hit star director this month. And I just know it. And you're sitting at 2,000 GWV. You need to be realistic. You need to say, okay, well, let's back up just a minute. Let's see where we are as a team. How can we work on this together? Okay. You do not get anywhere in this business by yourself. Okay. It takes everybody on the team. All right. So when somebody promotes, when somebody does something really good, it's because it's a team effort. Okay. If you're thinking that just because I'm this one person and I'm doing this, that's not how it rolls. That's not how it rolls on my team. And I'm sure that's not how it rolls on Tiffany's team. You need to be a team, and you need to be jointly working on things together, because your success and their success is going to equal to greater successes. So you want to set small goals. Okay. Tiffany and I have been working on this for about the past 2 months. We have a goal each month of 2,000 PRV. That's our goal. Okay. That's a kind of scary goal. But when we sit and talk to each other, because we talk to each other all the time, our main focus on each goal is $500 this week. Okay. So we're thinking about it and breaking it down into smaller goals, and those smaller goals are going to get you to larger goals. Okay. So if you're thinking, okay, well, I want to have 500 PRV this week, and I want to at least sponsor one person or either flip a party to one person. Okay, so if you have a $500 goal, if you don't have people hosting a party, a $500 party or a $500 goal for you, either in follow-ups or either in reaching out to new customers or something like that, if you're putting that into a party, once you get your $500 goal, you have enough to flip a kit and get a new recruit. How many of you would love to bless a person where they wouldn't even have to pay for their kit? They can get that kit for free just because you put in your 500 PRV. All right. You always want to make sure you're doing it as a party. Okay. So don't just do it and not host to reward yourself, because you're going to have extras left over. But you want to make sure that you are doing small goals so that they'll add up to larger goals. So if you're doing your goal at 500, message your team. Okay. If you have a team of 8, or if you have a team of 10, or if you have a team of 20, it doesn't matter. Message your team. Ask them. If you don't have a team page yet, I kind of encourage you to have a team page. I started a team page when I was at Lead. That's only because I wanted to name my team page Scented Shells. So I think I had 4 or 5 people, but I was at Lead, and I started my team page. But to me, I like doing that because even though I was learning a lot from Chloe, and this was before I even met Tiffany, learning a lot from Chloe and doing all of the stuff, I was copying a lot of her stuff and putting it in there. And sometimes you'll see that. I mean, honest and true, sometimes if you're like on Anna's page or whatever, or you're on a different team page, you're going to see stuff that I post and then stuff that, and it might be the same stuff, but that's okay. We're just wanting to make sure that you are completely aware. It's not like we're not trying to overkill you or anything. We just want to make sure that you have the best information to do the best thing for your business to get to where you want to in the end. It's like Tiffany said, whether you're a kidnapper, whether you're like in this for the win, whether this is going to be your full-time job, whether it's going to be retirement for me, which is what I want it to be, my retirement. I'm 50 years old. I make no bones about it. All of y'all are probably like 10, and that's okay. I can still hang with y'all. But, but I mean, I'm really looking at retiring in 5 years whenever I turn 55. I don't want to work till I'm 65 or 67 years old, so I'm building my business to be able to do that, to spend time with my family and my grandkids and, my husband. And I mean, that's just a goal that I have. That's a big part of my why. I'm emotionally attached to that why. So I need to know that I'm doing everything I need to do every day. Do I work my business every single day? Yes. But do I work it a lot every single day? No, because I don't have time, because I have a full-time job at the hospital. I'm also a Weight Watcher coach, like I said, and I do my Scentsy business. But I'm slowly but surely learning, and I was a slow grower. I joined in 2015, and I just hit director this past September. But for me, I'm a slow and steady grower. I like to know that my foundation is good. And when I set goals for myself, I'm building my front line. I have 26 people that I've personally sponsored myself that are active right now on my team page. So you have to build that foundation for your business, and then your business will grow. That's totally important whenever you have those sponsored people. Don't depend on somebody else to run your business for you, because this is your business and this is your sponsorship, and this is what you have to do. I like to say sponsor. I don't like to say recruit, because I think if we're sponsoring, it just sounds like we are more working together and we're like helping them get to their goals also. But I mean, that's pretty much all I had to say. Just make sure you're setting those goals to where you can achieve them. And if you can't achieve it that week, it's okay. It's all right. Just take that 500 or whatever that you wanted to achieve this week and maybe add 200 to it or something like that, and just kind of go for that. But make sure that you're building that foundation and you're building a steady business that's going to sustain itself and not just fall off. If you're working every single day, your team and your business is going to work every single day. If they see you show up, then they're going to show up. And I find that very, very evident with the way that our team has been doing for the past couple of months. But that's all I had to say. Any questions? Oh, there's a lot of stuff happening over here. Let's see.
I've been blowing it up.
Oh, okay. Any questions? Y'all have any questions? Unmute yourself and talk to us. This is what it's about, learning all the stuff.
I'm like breaking out in hives over here. I get so nervous.
Why?
Yes, Morgan just signed up a real estate agent. You
Nice.
go.
Heck yes. Absolutely. Morgan is on fire. Like, how many of you sponsored this month, honestly?
Oh, me? I've this month, I think that just made, oh gosh, I think that made number 8 for this month.
Oh my gosh.
And I've got 2 more coming this week. So I'll hit my goal of 10.
Yes.
Hopefully by the end
He's
of the
going
week.
to earn annual mentor this month.
Right?
Bye.
I'm telling you.
But yeah,
So
that's
you're
what
gonna
I
do
was
the
saying
next training,
earlier. So today I hit the level 3 of the growth incentive. I've been selling for my first time I started in 2013, and then I just signed back up under Anna back in August.
You're the one that's going to hit director this month, aren't you?
Yes, I am. That's me.
Yeah, you and Brian need to get together. Brian's hitting director too.
Yes, I'm going to hit it. We're at, I think last time I checked tonight was 6,300 GWV.
Yeah, Brian just
So.
crossed over like 4 something the last time I checked.
Yeah.
Tiffany.
And you're building a very good foundation. I have watched you on your team page, and you are really, really doing good. And that's what it takes. Honestly, it's what it takes.
Morgan,
A lot of
can
my
you tell
girls.
them how your front line, like sponsoring all these people, have helped your numbers? Like, how have you seen grow your like GWV?
Well, so I did the Guide to Growth. That was right when I decided. So I got laid off back when all this pandemic started happening. I'm a school teacher at a Christian school here, and when I got laid off, I had a lot more time on my hands. So I just kind of started throwing myself into my business, and around the same time, Chloe and them did the Guide to Growth, and I really just kind of watched that and committed myself and did everything they said to do. And I am coaching my girls, and I've only had like 2 that have not, they just want to be hobbyists. And so I don't even shout them out on Facebook if they don't want me to. But most of them, even if they're like, well, I'll just do it as the hobby. I've had several of those. Megan Triplett is one of them. I don't know if she's on here or not, but she's already certified within her first 15, 16 days. And she's now super excited about the business aspect of it, just because she didn't realize like how great she could do with it. But a lot of my girls, I'm just setting up the goals for them and just, cheering them on, basically. I had Courtney Thurston. She signed at the end of April. She was a host for me, and it's really funny because she was Anna's customer normally, but a friend of hers was hosting a party through me, and Courtney bought from her, and I reached out to Courtney about doing a party as well, and she agreed, but she was like, well, my consultant is normally Anna. So I talked to Anna, and I was like, hey, do you want to go in on this party together or whatever? So me and Anna decided to do the party together. Anyway, it was a $1,000 party. She would have been crazy not to flip it. So that's how I ended up with Courtney, and she just hit level 2 of the Sensational Start today, and she still has 55 days left. So she's going to hit that level 3 as well. I've just been coaching them, sending them all the stuff, and I did the little I've been sending out new consultant packets for my locals. I take them some belts and a Scentsy bar while they're waiting on their kit to start working on some samples, that type of thing. And I push customer service just like Chloe did in her trainings.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. Absolutely awesome. It's the little details I think that count. Absolutely.
For sure.
And the kit too, that the new consultant kit, those are really, really important to get out to people, especially if they're waiting. I got a girl, she still doesn't have her kit, so I'm going to run her some stuff tomorrow, especially with the shipping being delayed the way it is. She joined a few days ago, and normally our kits ship out really fast, but for some reason it's delayed, and I guess that's the COVID aspect of it. But I am going to run her some stuff out to her tomorrow, just so she can kind of get started and, doing all the things, because we want them to like get going, as soon as we can, give them every opportunity to earn everything that they can.
Oh, and that's another thing too. I've been partying live Facebook style since all this started. I started following Chloe's layout that she gave us, and that's what I do. And I've also been doing the launch party lives for my new consultants as well. Like, we get them set up within the very next week, and I do the live for them, and they usually hit shooting star with their launch parties. So
yeah, I know. On my YouTube channel, April, we recorded April's live launch Facebook launch party, and I just put it. I just shared the party on my YouTube channel. So if anybody had any questions or wanted to watch kind of how it's done, it's really easy. Honestly, it's really easy. And April, actually just hit Sensational Start level 3 also today. So
Awesome.
it's getting your people in and getting your people trained. That's what makes the difference, and staying in contact with them. Don't just take them and leave them out there. You got to make sure that you're present and accounted for, because they chose you for a reason.
And that's kind of touching on what Tiffany said too, because I do have a couple girls who have been a little bit quieter here recently, and I've reached out to them, and I'm just going to kind of let them hang for a little bit, but I will, like at the beginning of June, I will reach back out with them and ask them, what their goals are for June, that type of thing. Because I've already done, like Tiffany said, there's only so much you can do. If they're not going to put in the work, that's on them. So,
Can you tell them what happened with Katie today about all of that? Like someone that wasn't responding?
what was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or can I, I don't know if we can say this. Is it okay to talk about it?
If you want to, yeah.
It's up to you.
No, that's fine. I mean, sometimes you have to do extreme measures. I mean, honestly, for the ones that are on here, you are working your business, you want your business, but it's like you said, there are people that just get it, and then you just don't you don't hear anything from them. But one thing, I'll tell you a couple of things that we did. Caitlin sent out a group text, to her whole team. She has 8 people on her team. So she sent out a group text to everybody, just checking in with them, seeing how they're doing, kind of thing. Just giving them some information or whatever. And a couple of hers that were really quiet, they responded back to the text. So, it was like she had been texting this person or, talking to her teammates that weren't responding, and nothing, and then all of a sudden when she sent it all in a group text, then, they started responding. One thing that I was doing, that I have started doing in the last couple of months, and especially this month, is really important. If you have people on your team that are not active, that several of mine were supposed to go inactive, but because Scentsy is giving them grace, they're just still there. They're not doing anything. They haven't done anything. And I see that it's been they should have fallen off a couple of months ago. But one thing that I did is I sent each one of them a text, and I told them, I was like, hey, I just wanted to check in again, just to kind of say hi, see if everything's okay, see if you needed anything. But to also let you know, if you just put in the minimum $200 this month to get active, that's going to take you to our fall catalog debut. So even if they have stuff going on right now that they don't want to, they don't want to do that, sometimes it gets in their mind. I sent that to one lady that was supposed to go inactive 2 months ago, and she was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. She said, I should be able to get my 200 in this month. And she's supposed to be inactive 2 months ago, so just that reaching out to them again and just kind of putting that little seed in their mind that if I get at least 200 this month, I'm still going to be a consultant when the fall catalog comes out in August. I mean, that's huge for some people, because they know, okay, I'm over this catalog. I mean, it just started, but I mean, I'm over this catalog, but at least it can let them know that, hey, I can stay around till the fall catalog comes at least. And if you're just sending them just that little, sometimes just a little text or something is all that it's going to take for them to click and say, okay, well, if I put in 200, which is my bare minimum, then I'll be around, whenever the new stuff comes out. Maybe I'll want to look at it again. Or maybe some people just needs that couple of months just to get over stuff.
I think it's really important. Just make sure they know you're still there for them. No matter what. I just sometimes they don't. Travis Andrew. Sorry, y'all. But sometimes they won't answer the first time. They may not answer the second time. But just to keep messaging them and letting them know that hey, I know you can do this. How can I help? That's what I always say to anybody on my front line knows. I always message them and I'm like, how can I help? How can I help? And sometimes that's what they need. They just need to know that I may not be ready now. I may not be ready 2 weeks from now, but whenever I am ready, she's going to be there for me. So just that unconditional love for them, So some people don't have it, and it's not like weird love, but it's just like no matter what you're going through, I'm going to be here for you and I'm going to have your back.
Mm-hmm.
Go hard for your team.
And that's also another and it's not like, well, I'm a super stalker, and I mean, that's just me. But it's not like you want to be friends with these people on Facebook just to do like Scentsy stuff. You want to be friends with them so you can know what's going on in their life and be there for them too, because this runs way deeper than Scentsy. I don't know about y'all, but I've met some incredible people in my journey on this team and on this doing Scentsy, and a lot of it runs way deeper than that. Way deeper than that. And I mean, it's just to know that you can pick up the phone and text somebody and say, hey, hope everything's going well. You know, I saw you weren't feeling good or something like that. It doesn't always have to be, hey, are you putting in your $200, or you're waiting till the last of the month and all of a sudden you're going to text them and say, hey, are you going to get active this month? They're going to know that you don't care, that you just want to know about your numbers, or you just want to know, are you going to get, you know, what you need or whatever. You need to be there for them and be a part of their life, because y'all are in this together. That's the way I kind of feel about it. Not that we're being pushy or anything like that. We just want people to know that this is a family and this is something that they can trust us with, and that, you know, if you need something, I'm sure, like CG had the 2 Cinderella bars today for somebody. You know, I mean, we're there for each other. Just reach out. You know, that's all you got to do. That's what building a good family foundation team is, and that's what I want my team to be made of.
Mm-hmm. And if y'all need any watermelon scrub, go to your girl Michelle, because she's the reason they sold out today.
Oh my God.
I was with her. Don't let her lie to you.
I may or may not have 4 scrubs laying right there in front of me from the other thing.
And she just bought like 4 more, so.
Good. I love them.
I'm so mad about that because by the time I got on there, the scrubs were gone.
Oh my gosh. I so hope they're going to be in the catalog. I really think they are going to be in the catalog.
Fingers crossed, because they're great.
Yes, they are. And why would they not be? So, but I did get 3 of the watermelons.
Okay, anything else before we end it? We've been on for like an hour.
Anybody have any other questions? We are going to post this on my YouTube page, and that way you can share with your team or whatever. And if you do have any questions, just let us know. Tiffany's going to post her email that you can use as a guide, you know, change it up a little bit or whatever, but use it as a guide to send to your people that you recruit. And we are working on our own. Like Tiffany said, we are working on our own videos to train people up. We are going to go by kind of like Chloe's and other people's. I follow Katie Farner and a few other SSDs that are really good and close to my heart, Wendy Heath Newgrass. So we're going to look at their stuff and just kind of make our own videos for our own teams, because we want y'all to see our face. Not that we don't love Chloe or nothing, but, you know, we want y'all to see us. So. But any other questions?
No.
Thanks for being on, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to stop recording.